Tonight with the pandemic and the CDC's new guidance tonight for the millions of vaccinated Americans, recommending vaccinated people now wear masks indoors in communities where the virus is spreading quickly. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky revealing new and worrisome data, in her words, is behind this new guidance, showing the data from several states in this country showing vaccinated people infected with the highly contagious Delta variant may be contagious and able to spread the virus to others. So she said, even if you're vaccinated, the masks indoors in public in those areas seeing spikes will help protect yourself from those rare breakthrough cases and keep yourself from transmitting to others. And late today, President Biden suggesting a recommendation that all federal workers be vaccinated is under consideration. We have new reporting from the White House in a moment. Tonight, the map here. And as I said, the CDC now recommending that vaccinated people wear masks in areas with high and substantial transmission of the virus. Those are the areas in red and in orange there in particular on the map. And with children going back to school now, they're recommending that everyone in K through 12 schools mask up indoors, teachers, staff, students, and visitors, regardless of your vaccination status. This is to protect everyone. But the CDC tonight saying above all else, get vaccinated, because they say this remains a pandemic of the unvaccinated. And Dr. Walensky saying we wouldn't be in this situation now had the vaccination rate been higher, saying she fears the next variant, which could be even stronger and one that could really test her vaccines. Tonight, the numbers here, 188 million Americans have received at least one dose. That's 66% of everyone 12 years and older. Dr. Jha is here to answer your questions tonight. Cecilia Vega at the White House and ABC's Eva Pilgrim leading us off right here in New York.
Tonight, with new evidence, fully vaccinated people with so-called breakthrough cases can potentially spread the Delta variant, the CDC reversing mask guidance for schools and millions of vaccinated Americans.
In rare occasions, some vaccinated people infected with the Delta variant after vaccination may be contagious and spread the virus to others. This new science is worrisome.
That spread from vaccinated people not believed to be a serious risk with earlier strains, which is one reason the CDC is now urging Americans to wear masks indoors if they are in an area with substantial or high transmission. Not only to protect yourself, but to protect others, now that the CDC has this new data indicating that even vaccinated people can transmit the virus in some cases. The CDC also reversing its guidance from 2 weeks ago, now recommending universal masking for all teachers, staff, students, and visitors, regardless of vaccination status. The CDC stressing the vast majority of transmission occurs among unvaccinated people, but they are studying clusters of breakthrough infections.
When we examine the rarer breakthrough infections and we look at the amount of virus in those people, it is pretty similar to the amount of virus in unvaccinated people.
Late today, President Biden saying a requirement for federal employees to get a vaccine is under consideration.
We have a pandemic because of the unvaccinated. There's so many enormous confusion. The more we learn about this virus and the development of severity, the more we have to be worried and concerned. And then only one thing we know for sure: if those other 100 million people got vaccinated, we'd be in a very different world. Get vaccinated if you haven't, and I'm really as smart as I said you were.
The president also saying in a statement, we are not going back to last year. More vaccinations and mask wearing in the areas most impacted by the Delta variant will enable us to avoid the kind of lockdowns, shutdowns, school closures, and disruptions we faced in 2020. Unlike 2020, we have both the scientific knowledge and the tools to prevent the spread of this disease. We are not going back to that. Today's new mask guidance coming as parents across the country are protesting mask mandates in schools.
I cannot stand to see her masked, and she doesn't want to be masked.
7 states have banned mask mandates in schools, including Arizona, where students are already back in the classroom. Masks optional. And with the Delta surge, a warning from the former head of the CDC, Dr. Tom Frieden, that COVID cases could soar.
We're heading into a rough time. It's likely, if our trajectory is similar to that in the United Kingdom, that we could see as many as 200,000 cases a day.
In Houston, doctors are seeing a repeat of moments like this from last summer's surge.
In the last 14 days, we've had a 5 100% increase in the number of admissions.
And in Florida, hospitals overwhelmed. Some doctors pleading for extra staffing. In Fort Lauderdale, the family of 15-year-old Paulina Velasquez says she was planning to get the vaccine when she got COVID. She's now fighting for her life on a ventilator. Paulina's vaccinated mother is experiencing a breakthrough COVID infection herself, not leaving her daughter's side.
It was terrifying for me because I said, why me? Why not, why my daughter? Why not me? It was very sad.
Let's get to Eva Pilgrim with us tonight. And Eva, you heard this point from President Biden today. You also heard it from the CDC director, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, who said, quote, this moment and most importantly, the associated illness, suffering and death could have been avoided with higher vaccination coverage in this country. They continue to urge Americans to get vaccinated.
Yes, David. And adding to that, Walensky said without more people willing to get vaccinated, the big concern is the next variant that might emerge. Just a few mutations away could potentially evade our vaccines. David.
Which is why we got to shut the virus down. Eva, thank you.
And whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If ye love me, keep my commandments.